Tonight's big story, as many as 200 homes still can't be lived in Nelson as it extends a state of emergency for another week. The rain has stopped falling, but the sodden ground is still a huge risk. Alexa Cook reports from Nelson.
Such a feeling. A warm welcome from Nelsonians. The Prime Minister handing out hugs.
Come on in.
Comforting residents.
Means a lot. It means, shows how that she really does care.
Talking to locals of all ages.
My name's Jacinda. What's your name?
To find out how they're faring.
Were you here during the flood? Were you here?
We stuck together.
You stuck together.
Before wading through mud. To survey the damage, locals showing her just how high the floodwaters reached.
Yeah, there's the water line there.
Oh my God.
There.
That's because the Mai Tai River burst its banks several times last week, flooding dozens of homes, many now uninhabitable.
We had some really anxious people, didn't we, coming through. They needed to sit down, they were shaking, they wanted to see their home, but they were afraid of what they were going to find.
Finding scenes like this, beloved homes in absolute ruin.
You see the scale of the damage and what it's done to people's homes, and it is devastating.
But people aren't dwelling on the devastation, they're getting stuck into the clean-up. Starting with dumping muddy belongings and scraping away mud. It's the second big clean-up for the Bygate family after it started raining on Wednesday.
Saturday flood came to there and the Thursday flood was there.
Turning their backyard into a lake.
We were wading through it chest deep trying to get things higher and we couldn't shift things fast enough.
It's not just flood damage, a major ongoing challenge is slips. Nelson's many slopes falling away right before its residents' eyes. Hundreds so far and counting. It's slips like this that authorities are really worried about. Because of the huge amount of rain that's fallen, these hillsides will keep moving for weeks to come.
It's already wet, we have a number of slips, we have a number of potential slips, and that's always a weak point when we get water coming into cracks.
With many people still out of their homes, they're looking at options for long-term accommodation.
Prime Minister and I had a very brief conversation earlier today about some of the options that we could consider. This is a region where we do have a number of holiday homes.
People hoping the Prime Minister's visit will turn handshakes into housing and help. Alexa Cook, Newshub.
For more on this, let's bring in Nelson Mayor Rachel Rees. Hi there, Rachel. Thanks very much for talking to us once again tonight. You must all be exhausted. Was the Prime Minister's visit a boost for your community?
Kia ora, Ingrid. Look, actually, to be honest, it was. I was out with Fangirl, and I'm going to be really open about that. It's a lovely thing having the Prime Minister visit. She is fantastic with our people. They were so thrilled to see her, because what it says is actually the country cares about what's happening here, and that means a lot to us.
Oh, that's good. So I guess you may not even need to answer this next question, but are you happy with the amount and the type of support you are getting from central government and other authorities?
Look, we are, and both the Minister and Prime Minister have been really clear that they wanted to come and see this in person, see the impact on our community. We wanted to get out immediate funding through the Mayoral Relief Fund, and I'm very grateful for the additional funding today. But what we do know is that the scale of this impact is going to be massive. We haven't assessed the full impact yet, and there'll be ongoing discussions with the government about how we fund the recovery process.
Because we are hearing around 200 homes are still uninhabitable. Where are those people staying?
The community has been amazing. This is a really close-knit community. Most people are staying with friends of whānau, but there's only so long you can do that. So for the properties that have been what we call red stickered, and look, I want to say that doesn't mean permanently red stickered. It just means right now there's so much water going through the soils that we just can't let people back into their homes. Look, 3 days a week, it's fine sleeping on the sofa in the spare room, but actually we're going to need some longer term options for people. So our big project for the next week is making sure we've got secure accommodation for those people who can't return to their homes right now. And our mission is getting people home. We will do that for most people, not everyone, and that's the sad part of this. But for some people, it will take them a bit longer to get home, and we need to find some accommodation for them for the next few months.
And of course, more rain is forecast for later in the week. Do you have an idea of the scale of that event, and are there any precautions you can take?
Look, with Met Service has been great. They're giving us their best information. They're updating us basically every 12 hours. Yes, we have more rain coming, and that's one of the reasons we can't let people go home right now if they're on they've got slope instability nearby. We're working through that. I have today declared an extension to the state of emergency through to Monday, and that's one of the reasons we've done that. We need to be able to ensure that if we have to evacuate more people, we need to keep people out of their homes because of the rainfall, that we can do that. So look, I know it's tough for everyone in our community. Just want to thank them for their cooperation, and look, we will make our way out of this, but it's going to take several months.
Hey, thank you, Rachel. And yes, the rest of the country is thinking about you. Go well.
Thank you.